Question number 19. Question number 19. That is, we are having a person
Complete anywhere, sir.
completed this one.
Complete 12.89 into 10 to the power minus 3 వచ్చింది.
Okay, next one. It is either 20. A particle of mass m moving in the x direction with speed 2v. With speed 2v. With speed 2v. Is hit by another particle of mass 2m moving in the y direction with a speed v. If the collision is perfectly inelastic, the percentage loss in energy during the collision is closed. So, firstly, we are having the first particle mass is m, speed is 2v, and second particle mass is 2m, moving in the y direction. Okay, u to y, that is v. Okay, this is first particle is moving in x direction. First particle is moving in the x direction. Now we need to find the what is the percentage loss in energy. Percentage loss in energy means delta E by E or EI into 100 in the perfectly inelastic collision. Okay. In the perfectly inelastic collision, okay, linear momentum will be conserved, but energy will not be conserved. Linear momentum will be conserved, but energy will not be conserved. Suppose if I consider along x direction, along x axis, okay. So second particle is moving along y axis. So the second particle along x axis will be 0. So I can write as m1 into u1 plus m2 into u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 into v1, or you can put v, no issues. So m into 2v. Second particle along x axis it is 0. So it is 3m, keep is v1. Okay. So v1 is equal to 2 by 3v. Okay. Na? Similarly, along y-axis. Along y-axis means the first particle will be 0. The momentum of the first particle along y-axis. Okay. m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 times v1. Okay. Okay. m2 2m u2 v, that is equal to 3m into v1. Okay, this is y component, or else more preferably we can keep v1 of x and this one as v1 of y. v1 of y is equal to 2 by 3v. Okay, so initial kinetic energy I'll keep as ki, or else we can keep as e1, that is half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square. Okay, that is the total initial kinetic energy, that is given as half m1 it is m and u1 square it is 4v square plus half times 2m into v square. So 2mv square plus mv square will get as 3mv square. Final kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy, that is kf. Kf is equal to half times m1 plus m2 times v1 square times v1 square. That is final kinetic energy. I'll keep as E2. That is 3m by 2 v square. I can write as v1 x square plus v1 y square. Okay, na? Is it fine? Okay. So E2 is equal to 3m by 2. Substitute the values. v1x means 2v by 3. So 4v square by 9 along y component is also 4v square by 9. Okay. So it is 3m by 2 times 8v square by 9. So final kinetic energy will be 4 by 3 mv square. Okay, na? Fine. So they are asking to find the percentage change in or percentage loss in energy. So 4 by 3 mv square minus 3mv square divided by 3mv square times 100. Since it is a loss, we'll have negative L. We'll have negative L. So 4 minus 9 means 5. Okay. 9. 5 by 9. 5 by 9 into 100. Approximately 50%. This is what 10.1. Okay. Hello. Or else 500 by 9 means how much will get? 500 by 9. 500 divided by 9. 55.55. Approximately it is 56%. 56%. Okay. Right on. Okay, na?
Sir,
Fine. Next one. See the next question. That is, when a rubber band is stretched by distance x, it exerts a force of magnitude. It exerts a force of magnitude. F is equal to ax plus bx square, where a and b are constants. Where a and b are constants. The work done in stretching the unstretched rubber band by length L. We need to find the work done. Initially, they gave that F is equal to ax plus bx square. And they gave that it is stretched by length L. That is x equal to 0 to x equal to L. Work done we need to find. What is the formula? Formula. Work done equal to integral f dx. Okay, na? Substitute the values. We'll get integral ax plus bx square whole into dx between the values from 0 to L. Okay, na? So work done is equal to, we can write as a L square by 2 plus b L cube by 3. That is option C. Okay, na? Right on. Okay, na? Completed.
Sir,
Fine. Next, in this question, they gave the statement 1 and 2. Okay. Statement 1. A point particle of mass m moving with speed v collides with a stationary point particle of mass capital M. Okay. Stationary particle of point particle of mass m. If the maximum energy loss possible is, that is f of half mv square, that is f is given as, that is this. So maximum energy loss is given as, that means delta E, they gave it as small m by small m plus capital M times half mv square. Okay, and statement 2, it is given as statement 2, it is given as maximum energy loss occurs when the particles get stuck together as a result of the collision. Okay, so firstly we need to explain the whether the statement 1 is true or not. ఇదేంటి ఇక్కడ రెండు ఆన్సర్లు ఇచ్చాడు. Okay, fine. Firstly, see, we are having a point particle of mass m. we are having a point particle of mass small m. Okay. Now it collides with a stationary particle of mass capital M. Maximum energy loss. Maximum energy loss. Here they didn't mention the type of collision. They didn't mention the type of collision. Initially, I'm having the first particle mass it is small m. Second particle mass it is capital M. The second particle is initially at rest, stationary it will. Okay. Suppose here we are having an initial velocity as u. Okay. So I can say that initial kinetic energy of the two particles as half m u square. Okay. Now this I can write as p square by 2m. Okay. Why I'm writing means if momentum is conserved, directly I can write energy is inversely proportional to mass. Okay. And then final kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy. Okay. So maximum energy loss now. So 1 minute. P square by, I will write it as 2 times small m plus capital M. So delta E is equal to P square by 2m. So there will be an energy loss. So it will be E1 minus E2 or initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy. That is nothing but P square by 2 times small m plus capital M minus small m by small m times. Okay, na? Is it fine? Okay. Upon calculation, we'll get it as the loss in energy delta E is equal to P square by 2 small m into capital M plus small m times m. Okay, fine. Hello. So P square we can write it as m square P square into capital M by 2 small m times capital M plus small m. So delta E I got it as capital M by capital M plus small m into mv square. Okay, the same thing now we got. Oh, sorry. Hello, hello.
So,
P square means what we substitute. Capital M by capital M plus small m. Here they give it as small m. M square V square. M square V square. Okay, we got this expression now, but they gave this one now. So statement one is false. Statement one is false. Maximum energy loss occurs when the particle gets stuck together as a result of collision. Okay, right now it is correct statement. One is false. Statement one is false, but statement two is true because maximum energy is lost when the two particles get struck to each other. That is statement one is false, comma statement two is true. Okay, that is option D. That is option D. Right over.
Completed, sir.
Completed. Next one. At time t equal to 0, particle starts moving along x-axis. If its kinetic energy, if its kinetic energy increases uniformly with time, okay, the net force acting, it must be proportional. Okay, kinetic energy is increases uniformly with time. That means kinetic energy I will write as k is equal to some x into t, where x is a constant, x is greater than 0. Okay, now fine. So we can say that half mv square is equal to x into t. Okay, now fine. So we can say that v square equal to 2x by m into t. So v is directly proportional to root t. Is it fine? Okay, fine. So here I need to find the what is the force acting on it. What is the force acting on it? Okay. So power is equal to rate of doing work. That is, I can write it as dk by dt. Okay, na? Dk by dt. That is equal to force into velocity. Force times velocity. Okay. So force times velocity is equal to constant. So F is proportional to 1 by v. So F is proportional to 1 by root t. That is option D. Right? Right down. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Completed. Okay, fine. Next one, 24. Again, we are having the statement 1 and 2. Okay. See the statement 1. Two particles moving in the same direction. Moving in the same direction. Do not lose all their energy in a completely inelastic collision. Completely inelastic collision. That is two particles moving in the same direction. Okay. They are saying that it will not lose all their energy in a completely inelastic. Okay. Completely inelastic means we can consider that it is an perfectly inelastic. In an perfectly inelastic, we can write as m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 times v. Right? So the final velocity of the two particles will be m1u1 plus m2v, m2u2 upon m1 plus m2. Okay, fine. So initial kinetic energy I can write as p square by 2m1 plus p square by 2m2. Okay, p1 square and p2 square. Okay, na? Fine. Since in the perfectly inelastic, momentum p1 equal to p2, momentum will be conserved. Okay, so the total kinetic energy cannot be lost. Cannot be lost. Only some part of the kinetic energy only it will be lost. Okay. Next statement two. That is statement one is false. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, now principle of conservation of momentum holds true for all kinds of collisions. Right now, hello, is it right?
Sir.
Okay. So that means statement two is correct. Okay. But here it is that statement two is correct. Okay. Mm, Statement two will not give the correct explanation. Hello.
Sir.
The particles moving in the same direction do not lose. Statement one is not. Statement two is not the correct explanation, and statement two is true. But how statement one is true? they explain that it is do not lose now. See, the particles moving in the same direction do not lose all their energy now. Statement 1 is true. Statement 1 is true. Two is also true. But statement 2 is not the correct explanation. Is not correct explanation. 2, 1. Both the statements are correct only. But 2 is not the correct explanation. The statement they gave that it is do not lose all their energy. We also got the same total kinetic energy cannot be lost. We will have only some part of energy only, it will be lost. Okay, fine. Next step. Right. Okay, now completed.
Completed.
Fine. Next. Next is what? 5. An athlete in the Olympic Games covers a distance 100 meters in 10 seconds. His kinetic energy can be estimated in the region of. Okay, okay, fine. So, kinetic energy means firstly they gave the distance traveled 100 meters in a time of 10 seconds. I need to find kinetic energy, that is half mv square. So, v is equal to, I can write it as s by t. So, that is nothing but 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. An athlete in an Olympic Games, they didn't give the mass now. So, half times m into 100. v square na. So it will be approximately 50 times m. Generally, mass of an athlete, it will be in the order of 60 kg. So 50 into 60, approximately 3000 joules, right? Hello,
Yes,
right now. So
option
it
D.
will be option D. Even if we consider mass of athlete, it is 50 kg, it will be in that range only now.
Completed.
Completed. Okay, fine. We are having a block of mass 0.5 kg is moving with a speed on a smooth surface. It strikes another mass of 1 kg and then they move together as a single body. Okay. Okay, what type of collision it is? Move together with a single body means move together with a single body. It is perfectly inelastic. M1 equal to 0.5 kg and U1 equal to 2 meter per second. Okay. And strikes with another mass 1 kg. Okay. It strikes another mass and then move together. That means initially it is at rest. Okay. Now we need to find what is the energy loss during the collision. Okay. So firstly, I'll find the initial kinetic energy. E1 is equal to half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square. Okay na? Is it fine?
Sure.
Half into zero point 0.5 into 4 plus since u2 is 0, we have this one 0. So E1 is equal to 1 joule. In order to find E2, first of all, I'll find the what is the final velocity. What will be the final velocity after collision? That is m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 plus m2 into v. So that is zero point 0.5 into 2 plus 0 is equal to 1.5 v. So v is equal to 1 by 1.5. That is nothing but 2 by 3. So final kinetic energy will be half times m1 plus m2 times v square. That is nothing but half times 2 by 3. Sorry, half times 3 by 2 na? m1 plus m2 times 2 by 3 whole square. Okay. So it is half times 2 by 3, that is equal to 1 by 3. So change loss in change in energy means energy loss, it is E1 minus E2, that is nothing but 1 minus 1 by 3, that is nothing but 2 by 3. Approximately it is 0.67 joules, right? That is option C. Okay na? Right. Oh. Completed.
Sir, completed.
Next one. 27. A 2 kg block slides on a horizontal floor with a speed. See, we are having a 2 kg block slides on a horizontal floor at a speed 4 meter per second. It strikes a uncompressed spring and compresses till the block is motionless. Till the block is motionless means till it becomes to rest. Kinetic frictional force, you can say kinetic frictional force is 50 Newton and spring constant is 1000 meter. The spring compresses by, okay, first write down the data. We are having a block of mass 2 kg, okay, slides on a horizontal floor with a speed 4 meter per second till it strikes a uncompressed spring and compresses till the block is motionless. Okay. Okay. Kinetic frictional force, I'll put as Kf. Sorry, instead of Kf, we can write as Fk. That is the kinetic frictional force. And spring constant is given as 10,000. That is 10 power 4 Newton per meter. I need to find the spring is compresses by. Okay, fine. So suppose let us draw a diagram. I am having a block slides on a horizontal floor with a speed. It is moving with a speed. It strikes a uncompressed spring. Suppose let us consider like this is the support. Whenever it is moving, then compresses till the block is motionless. Okay, up to where it can compress means till the block is motionless. That is till the block comes to rest. Up to that time, the spring got compressed. Okay, so I can say that here we are having a kinetic friction is there. That means it is acting in the opposite direction. Okay, na? Fine. Okay, now I can say that gain in kinetic energy of of block is equal to work done loss in work done due to friction and and potential energy stored in spring, right? Okay, na? Or else by applying the work energy theorem, that is final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Initially the block is moving, so I can write half mv square. Finally this kinetic energy will be stored in the form of potential energy of a spring. Okay, na? Is it fine?
Sir,
So I will write as half mv square is equal to, okay, work done due to frictional force, that is Fk times x plus half kx square. Okay, that is half into mass 2 times 2 times V square, that is 16, is equal to frictional force 15x plus half into 10 power 4 x square. Okay, na? Okay, fine. So 16 is equal to 15x plus 10 power 4 means 5000 x square. So we are having a quadratic equation 5000 x square plus 15x minus 16 equal to 0. Use the roots of the equation. Use the roots of the equation. Okay, na? Okay. That is minus 15 plus or minus under root b square 225 4ac 4 into c, that is 84, 84 into 5000 40 42 3 zeros now. So plus 420 3 zeros. So 42,000 4 zeros plus 225. So 42,225 by 2 into 5000 means 10 power 4. Okay, okay, fine. So 42,225, that is 648. So x is equal to 648.24 minus 15 4 minus 15, that is approximately 633.24 by 10 power 4 by 10 power 4, that is x is equal to point 6 sorry 0 0.0633 meters, that is nothing but 6.33 centimeters. Okay, na? Approximately nearest answer it is this one only, na? Once see the calculation, Umar, 5000 x square plus 15x. 15 square means 225 only. 4 into 16, 5000. This is 32,000. Plus 565. 565.8. 0.88 minus 15. 550. This is 550.88. That is equal to 5.5 centimeters. Right down. Okay, na? Completed.
So,
Next. Over na. This one.
sir, completed.
Next. 28. 28. It is the potential energy of a 1 kg particle free to move along x-axis. Free to move along x-axis. Okay, is given as the total mechanical energy of the particle is 2 joules. Then the maximum speed. They gave the potential energy now. Okay, suppose see they gave that potential energy, that is u of x. They gave it as v, that is x power 4 by 4 minus x square by 2. The total mechanical energy they gave, that is the total energy is 2 joules. We need to find what is the maximum speed, v max. Okay, now the total mechanical energy means sum of kinetic energy and potential energy, right? Okay, as velocity is maximum, kinetic energy is also maximum, so potential energy is minimum, right? To find minimum potential energy, okay, we'll say that dv by dx equal to 0 for v of x to be minimum, right? So dv by dx means 4x cube by 4 minus 2x by 2 equal to 0. That is x cube minus x equal to 0. So x square minus 1. Okay, na? Hello? So x equal to 0, comma, plus or minus 1. So minimum potential energy, it is given as 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2. That is how much it will be. Take LCM. 1 minus 2 minus 1 by 4. So the total energy is 2. Maximum kinetic energy minus 1 by 4. So K max is equal to 2 plus 1 by 4 means 9 by 4. That is half mv square is equal to 9 by 4. Mass it is 1. So v square equal to 9 by 2. So v max equal to 3 by root 2 meter per second. That is first option. Right? Right on.
Completed, sir.
Completed. Hmm. Next one is a bomb of 16 kg at rest explodes into two pieces, 4 kg and 12 kg. The velocity of 12 kg mass is 4 meter per second and the kinetic energy of the other mass. Okay. That means initially I can say that 16 kg is at rest. So 16 into 0 equal to 4v1 plus 12v2. Can I say? Hello? Then, is it right? They gave that it is 4v1. 12 kg mass is moving with 4 meter per second. So v1 is equal to minus 12. Okay. Now. So kinetic energy of the first particle, that is half m1 v1 square, that is half times 4 into 12 minus 12 whole square. So it is 2. 2 into 144, that is nothing but 288. Option B. Okay. Now.
Sir, completed.
Completed. Okay, fine. Next. A mass m moves with a velocity v and collides inelastically with another identical mass. That means masses are same. Another identical mass. After collision, the first particle or the first mass moves with velocity v by root 3 in a direction perpendicular to initial motion. In an initial motion. Okay. Okay, fine. Find the speed of the second mass after collision. After collision. And remember that in an in inelastic collision, momentum will be conserved, but energy will not be conserved. Energy will not be conserved. So first, for the first particle and second particle, masses are same. They gave that identical mass. First particle, it is moving with the velocity v. Okay. And after collision, the first particle is moving with v by root in a direction perpendicular to initial direction. Suppose initial direction, if I consider x, this is y. Okay. Okay. Another identical mass. Okay, fine. So initially it is at rest. Initially it is at rest. Okay. Now. Hello. So I can write as m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Okay. So that is m into v plus 0 is equal to m into v1, okay, along x direction, okay, plus 0. So we can write as vx equal to vx equal to v, okay, fine. Along y direction, they gave it as vy is equal to v by root 3, okay, v by root 3. So we can say that velocity v is equal to under root vx square plus vy square, that is under root v square plus v square by 3, that is approximately 4v square by 3, that is nothing but 2v by root 3, 2v by root 3, okay now. Hello. Since it is inelastic, momentum will be conserved now. Whatever the velocity of the first particle is there of before collision, that will be equal to the velocity of the second particle after collision. See, here I found the v1, but since there will be an exchange of momentum before collision and after collision, so before collision, the total initial velocity is equal to total final velocity after collision. Okay, na? Fine.
Completed, sir.
Completed now. Okay, fine. Last, I think another 10 questions are there from 31 to 40. Okay, mostly we'll complete this one. After this one, we'll do the integer questions. You can see in this document, we are doing from 2002 to almost 2019. Okay, 2019. Okay, like this, most probably like this type of model questions they may ask. Okay, okay. After this one, in the same chapter, we'll go for multiple options and integer type questions. That is in the advanced level is there now. Okay, those questions we'll do. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll meet in the next class. Okay, try to do these 10 questions from 30 to 40. Okay, after that we need to go for subjective questions or integer type questions and multiple correct, multiple correct. Okay, fine. We'll meet tomorrow.